If you have financial problems, wouldn't you at least try and figure out your own budget so you could work on fixing it? Well, guess what? Our nation has big financial problems. You probably already knew that. But we still don't have a budget. So what is going on? House Minority Leader John Boehner went on the record. Nice to see you, sir.
Nice to see you.
All right. Where's our budget?
That's the question I've been asking. You know, every family has to go through and do a budget. And yet, this is one of the most basic responsibilities of the Congress is to pass a budget. And never in the modern era has the House failed to produce a budget. But it appears they're going to try to go along without a budget. And this is going to kill jobs and kill our economy. You know, we had 222 economists write a letter late last year, early this year, that said that what we could really do to help get the economy going and create jobs is to begin to cut spending. We see the problems going on in Greece and elsewhere in Europe. And if we don't do something about getting spending under control, we're going to have the same problem here.
All right, so the budget was sort of expected April 15th. That's when usually the budget gets finished?
That's the deadline.
That's the deadline. And it's for October, beginning of the year, this coming October.
The new fiscal year 2011, begins in October.
All right, have you called Speaker Pelosi and say, hey, I'm the leader of the minority party, what's going on with this budget?
I've been asking the questions in all kinds of forums. To find out where is the budget.
Directly to her?
Not directly to her or to Mr. Hoyer, but I want to know where the budget is. You know, he's the one who said that in 2006 that it is one of our basic responsibilities. And John Spratt, the chairman of the Budget Committee in 2006, also said that the failure to pass a budget is a failure to govern.
All right, and I got that because we can't figure out where we are on our expenses, how much we can spend, where we can cut, what we should get, until we have some idea of the overall budget. But what happens, what do they say to you when you say, where's the budget?
They haven't said anything.
They don't talk to you?
They don't talk to us.
Why can't you just pick up the phone and say to the Speaker,
well, I might
where's
just
the budget?
do that.
You might just do it? Good idea.
I just do that. Where's the budget?
Where is the budget? And what do you think what they're going to say? It's coming?
No, they're not going to say it's coming. Today on the House floor, the majority leader, Mr. Hoyer, said that later on in May they're going to announce the discretionary spending numbers, which is an indication to me that they have no intention of passing a budget. Listen, the American people believe that spending here in Washington is out of control, and they're right. Republicans have been offering ideas to cut the budget, $350 billion worth of rescissions. We asked the president, send them up here, we'll support you. We're the ones who did a moratorium on earmarks for the balance of this year until we figure out how to do this process in a more open and transparent way. And we got other ideas about how to cut spending.
What do they gain from not having a budget? Because you are going to hammer them. You and the Republicans are going to say, you know, where's the budget? How can we figure out spending if we don't have a budget? How can we get our fiscal house in order? So they must have a reason or plan or strategy. Then it's not like they're just sitting around doing nothing, right?
Well, no, the issue is Speaker Pelosi broke the back of her Democrat colleagues in order to pass their health care bill. And not long after that, the Speaker said there won't be any more tough votes this year. Now, trust me, passing a budget is a tough vote because you got to make real decisions about spending.
But isn't it also
how much cutting is going to go on.
But isn't a failure to act also a, quote, tough vote in its absence, because the American people are very concerned about unemployment, very concerned even about the crisis in Greece and whether it's going to bleed back here to the United States in some form. I mean, so isn't the failure to have a budget also a, quote, tough vote?
Well, it's going to be a tough question that they're going to have to answer each and every day over the course of the summer when they should have a budget in place, and we should be working on ways together to cut spending.
What do you think they're thinking, though? I'm trying to figure out sort of their thinking behind why they don't have a budget. Whether maybe they'll have one in July.
I think that's far. We're not going to be here much after July. And so even if they have a budget
come back to work. You can come back to work.
Well, but the fact is there are enough voting days before the election to actually do anything. And so if you're going to have a budget, we need to have it now so that we can begin the real work of getting our arms around this out-of-control spending here in Washington.
Why did, if it was due, in theory, April 15th, why couldn't they get it done before April 15th if that's the way it's traditionally done? I realize there are a few times when it's been late, but why couldn't they? What would they say?
Well, they've got problems in their own caucus. They've got a few members who want to cut spending, but they've got a lot of members who want to spend more.
So they can't get agreement within their own caucus?
They can't get 218 votes to pass a budget. That's why they don't have one.
All right. Now, there's been a recent CBO report that the health care federal legislation is going to cost us a bit more than we had earlier been told. I suppose that you're not particularly surprised by this.
I'm not at all surprised. But it's not just the $115 billion that the Congressional Budget Office says that this bill is going to cost more than what the president said it would. It's also the Secretary of Health and Human Services' own actuaries of Medicare and Medicaid who say that people's health insurance premiums are going to go up and the quality of medicine is going to go down. All the things that the president promised for a year leading up to the passage of this health care bill are turning out to not be true. He's the one who said we need to do this to save the budget, that it won't cost people more, and it'll increase the quality of health care. And we get his own administration now admitting that, well, that's not really true.
Thank you very much. And by the way, when are you going to make this call to the Speaker?
I'll do it soon.
Soon? What soon do you?
Well, I'll tell you when I do it. I'll let you know, and I'll tweet you.
Great. I look forward to the tweet. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.